A constraint many managers are concerned with is one I call recognition equity. They're afraid they might leave someone out, or that someone might come forward and say, you recognize Tom, you never recognize me. Don't stop recognizing people because you're afraid you might leave someone out. Have it first be a red flag to you that anytime someone is complaining about someone else being recognized, it should be a red flag that there's not enough recognition going on in your work group. When there's a scarcity mentality about recognition, there's a high need for people to want more. That goes away when you up the amount and frequency of recognition at all levels. When people know that they'll be recognized when they do a good job or finish a project, they're more able to celebrate someone else's success in the meantime. So, for example, you might have recognize Sally at your staff meeting for the job that she's done on a project, and have Tony come talk to you afterwards to say, you never recognized me. How do you handle that as a manager? Well, as a manager, I would say, Tony, what is it you think you should be recognized for? And I'd listen, and I'd agree, and I might stop and say, you know, you're absolutely right. You should be recognized for that, and I apologize for not knowing about it or not knowing your progress that you've made. And the next staff meeting, I like to focus on the project you're working on and the success that you're having. That's a great turnaround for turning a negative into a positive opportunity to recognize. At the same time, you might at times say, Tony, there's a reason I don't recognize you for your performance, because I don't feel it warrants recognition. And I'm so glad you came to talk to me, because I need to have you in the game of being a higher performer, and I'd like to talk about what that would look like, what would be different on your part, and how, as a manager, I can support you in that journey. This is a welcome conversation, one that puts a foot in the door of getting the person on board to being a top performer. Recognition equity should be met at the level to get more people in the game, not to stop doing the topic at all.